What's up? So, this is for June 18th, 2026. I just want to go over what kind of happened here in price. Um, we had made a V shaped recovery in the overnight session and kind of just supporting the New York session, where we dug really deep down into the New Week opening gap. And then on the 15-minute, we were still supporting basically bullish order flow on the higher time frame. Initially in the morning, 9:30 open, we swept out the buy side that was resting above, left it on ES on the higher time frame, made a really big inverse at like right at the morning, inverse that opening, and then kind of sold off. There was, so this is where I take my first position. We are selling out of the 5 minute for value gap, but we are still respecting the 30 minute on NQ. So being bearish, I was bearish basically 3 times today, which is an issue. Um, we see the super big V-shaped recovery on ES as I just pulled up there, and overall just fighting the higher time frame like bullish draw and just order flow what we were doing. There was really just nothing clear in the morning, so that is really all that today is about. It was bad execution, fighting higher time frame, no like super clear draw on liquidity like there has been uh, in days past. Today was kind of just a day where I probably shouldn't have been trading. There was not really a clear entry on that first one that I had taken. Was not a clear inverse. There was not clear liquidity that we were still wanting to hunt towards, that we had left, and that like nothing was aligned that like this is where we were going, that we were going lower. I ended up taking two more after that first one. The second one was again just like not good, and then the third was also again kind of stupid. Like the model was there on that third one, and it did deliver at least a 2R. Um, so I mean, yeah, you want to take your model. It needs to be supported. That one kind of was, but this second one here that I tried to take a third one there. And because my account had the stop two trade like limit, it didn't let me go in there. So that would have been my third one. That would have been again the third time in a row going short. Um, so with that, it was. Hold on, I'm trying to remember what's going on in price here. So that would have been my third forcing short, and then I do a fourth going short, and it gets stopped at a break even. So overall, I think today what kind of needs to be learned is that one, the limit is there for a reason. This would have been, they would have made it then like 400 down on the accounts, and then God knows that I would have like probably traded again and fucked it up again, and like, you know, so I would say that pretty much usually after the first loss, it turns into a cesspool of like taking shit trades. So I would say that one thing that could be learned again from this is that I mean, usually after one loss, like I don't take something well. So, yeah, there's that to sit with. I'm gonna let this play out, and my third trade should be coming up here in a sec. So here's the third trade. We see that internal manipulation above buy side on NQ. We close through the for value gap. There is a 2022 model on NQ that's supporting, and ES is the more bearish asset. I did not get a entry on the change in the state on the 1 minute, and I did enter a bit late on this. There was the 3 minute that was holding on NQ. At this point, there was now some stacked sell side, but we have already sort of displaced through that on NQ in the morning. at this point, there I'm out, break even. This ends up running to, I believe, 2R. I want to say I just closed this off. Or I watch it. Yeah, that would have then been the fourth. That was like the fourth attempted trade. I had three. So yeah, like if you're taking a loss and you're being mental about it, then like don't trade. Like get off. That's pretty much it.